It's a grizzly.
Should we get out of here?
No. We're gonna watch and listen.
Welcome here. We have two Sonyas.
Oh,
one's
wow.
bad enough. Yes.
She's cloaking and duplicating herself.
Bogo.
I don't know if I can handle two, ladies and gentlemen. One's bad enough. So.
Oh
yes.
no! I can't be
But
out.
I do love you. Let me rearrange this Hollywood squares here. There she is. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Chris is like, hey, peeps, what's up, Samantha? Welcome back. Good evening, Chris. Hello there. How you doing?
Samantha.
So welcome, everybody. Samantha,
Yeah.
Barb's here. Chris is here. Let's see what else we're missing here. Things.
Tammy,
Barb.
hi, Tammy.
Tammy, yeah.
I see some, let's see. I see people on the. It's a chipmunk.
Anyways,
Hi,
yes.
Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment. Hello, Things Network.
Yes. We are broadcasting on more channels. Yes.
Hi, Tess.
I forgot to tell you all about that. So we picked up more channels to broadcast on. Thank you.
Cool.
We picked up on, I think, Sonya, 3 more audio platforms too?
Something like that.
Yeah. So we are like cooking. Yeah.
Hi, Western Kentucky Bigfoot and Paranormal Investigations.
Yes. Oh, Dawn.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yay,
my
I'm Dawn.
that's
I'm
my
Dawn.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Dawn,
Hello,
thank
Tess.
you.
Hello, Dawn. Thank you
Oh my
very
gosh.
much.
Hi, Crazy Witch.
Yes, Crazy Witch. Hello there. Dawn and I was talking today. Dawn, this is Sonya. This is the one I was talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday. Now, this is going to sound funny. So, Dawn, she is a psychic medium. Okay, so she knows things. You know, of course, she does, right? And we were talking. She's like, "It's going to hell," and I was thinking, "Okay, no big deal." And within 2 or 3 minutes, it started to hail. So she goes out and opens up her front door and she starts filming. And I'm like, no, there's Bigfoot. There's Bigfoot right there. She goes, yeah, I know. I see her.
It was out the window. It was out my window.
But you see her. And she's like, yeah, I see her. Look, she's walking behind the tree and she started doing this number. And I'm like, look. Yes. So.
Yeah, and then it lightened and thundered really loud, and it kind of like, I don't know if it scared her or if it was the camera or like what it was, because it was kind of simultaneously, you know. When the lightning hit and the thunder hit, it was just kind of, she was just kind of like, oh. But I also put the camera around about the same time, so she was kind of like, oh. I was like, but I was sitting in my window. Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to see it. Oh no. Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah.
Though. Wow. Hi,
So-
Facebook user. We can't see this. Says hello, Sonya.
Yeah.
Hi.
Tammy,
That's
I
really
want Grizzly's
cool.
t-shirt saying it's a chipmunk on the front. You know what? I will get that made. I knew that was coming sooner or later. So when the media interviews,
That sounds like a job set too, like, you know.
yeah. So you know what? What's funnier than hell, and I hope my dad's not watching, but my dad hates chipmunks, and he keeps his Red Ryder BB gun by the back door. And every time he sees one of these little bastards runs around his concrete driveway or his back patio, he opens up that door and he's like John Wayne slinging this thing, shooting. And he can't hit a damn thing with it. I'm like, poor guy. And I mean, he'll leave nuts out for it. I mean, he's bought special traps for it. And I swear
They
to
don't
God,
have chipmunk crack, they have deer trap and not chipmunk trap.
I swear to God, these chipmunks will pick up these traps and move them on them. So the other day, I went out and took their garbage out, and I got about hit in the face with the bungee cord. And I was like, "What the world was that?" You know, and there was a big brick on top. And I was telling Sonya, I was like, maybe they got raccoons, you know, getting into the trash cans. And I wanted to ask my dad, are they fucking with your trash now? Oh, excuse me, trash now. Sorry. But yes. Anyways, Jeremiah Sutton, welcome. Hello. Nuttier than a payday on a candy bar. Yes, that's what my psychiatrist tells me. But it is funnier seeing my dad with his Red Ryder BB gun. Yeah.
Why does he hate chipmunks so much?
Because they tear stuff up. Yeah, they're nuisance animals. Yeah, I mean they got gardens and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
and
so.
But it was funny is because my mom's got this special device that sweeps the driveway that you just push and it sweeps all the grass clippings up. It's like, those things you see at Walmart or Kroger's that you just push. Yeah, and it's got these brushes and it's just like, and it sucks up the grass. Well,
that's cool. I want one of those.
She keeps it underneath my dad's car for the weather, and I don't know why she don't put it up in the shed or barn or whatnot. But anyways, she screamed, and I was like, "What in the hell?" And so my dad, he goes running over there and goes, "What?" And she goes, "It's a possum." And I was like, "Okay, well, what about the possum?" She goes, "It's dead." And I'm like, "Well, why are you screaming?" So yes. So then they're trying to find rubber gloves to get rid of this thing. I was just like crawled underneath there and grabbed it by its tail, took it in the woods and pitched it. Make sure you wash your hands. That's disinfectant and all that other stuff. I was like, oh, good gracious, ladies and gentlemen.
Was it dead or was it playing possum?
Yeah, did you talk live possum?
It was big. It was by like 16 pounds. It was a huge possum.
But was it dead?
I didn't. What am I going to do? Practice CPR on it? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
No. They play possum and they really.
Well, I know. That's why I threw it in the woods. I ain't going to put my ear up to it and see if I hear a heartbeat. True. Damn thing would bite my ear off. What? I mean, what in the hell, ladies and gentlemen? That'd cool. Be the first thing to buy one. Yeah, I love you guys.
Probably is now after you talk.
Hello, Lady Wolf.
Hi, Dogman. That's joining us.
Me too, Tammy. I love Payday Bar. I never had the chocolate one though. I want the chocolate one. So Tammy, yeah, Lady Wolf. Lady Wolf, you cracks me up. So she always laughs. Norma, welcome. Grass cutting rumble. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, it's real neat. So she doesn't have to sweep and everything. So yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
Cool.
But I did see Bigfoot, and Don was like, ugly, wasn't it? I'm like, hell yeah, it was ugly. It was shaggy. Wow. And it was hailing at the time. It was storming, and it wasn't far. And Sonya was like,
you actually saw one. That's cool.
Yeah. And Sonya was like, yeah, it's right there. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, see it. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, no big deal. And then at 1:30 in the night, she got a bright idea. She's going to go feed it chicken eggs. And I'm like, oh, you are crazy. She didn't do it, ladies and gentlemen. She did not feed it chicken eggs. She said, I'll just wait till the daylight. I'm like, there you go. My lucky disappear in a portal. So,
oh gosh!
But she did see the male shortly after that, so that was interesting, which I didn't get to see. But yes.
Well, I'm about to.
So what did you see, Grizzly?
Yeah, we're talking. It was about about 7 foot tall.
Okay.
Wide hips. It was shaggy, like a long, shaggy dog. And, of course, it was wet because it was raining.
Yeah.
So, but it stepped out between these trees in an opening.
Yeah.
And I was like,
cool.
like, and she's like, yeah, I see it. And I'm like, no. And
I was watching the storm.
No big
like,
deal.
They're always out there, though. When I tell people that they're always out there, like, they're out there all the time.
Wow.
So I guess I don't think
it wasn't a big one. Now, I didn't see the male. How big was the male? Was it huge?
Yeah, he's about 8 feet. Yeah.
So,
the birds out there, they're not as big as some are, I think, in other places, but Like her, she's only like, I know she's like 7, she's like 6.5, 7 foot. And
Yeah,
she's
that's what
actually
I
kind
said,
of
about
small.
7.
She's not gotten any bigger than the other ones, but like she's one of the watchers, and I think it's a she. But I've got to leave the studio and come back. I've got playback, or I got echo, and it's bothering me.
She had a lot of junk in the trunk. I'll put it that way.
Childbearing hips, huh?
Yes, childbearing hips. And like Don was saying, whoa, she evaporated. See, I told you about those portals.
Did she say she had to go? I don't know. She was cutting out.
Yeah, I think she's breaking up a little bit there. So.
Okay, yeah.
So, but
yes.
I told you those portals, man, on her property.
Stingray said it was his ex-wife. Oh boy.
Yeah, oh Lord. Stingray, man, you crack me up. But Don was telling me it's breeding season right now for them. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You know, wait, is Sonya in Tennessee?
Yes, she's in Tennessee. That is
wow.
correct.
I have to figure out. There's a woman that I know, and her name's Jennifer. I don't want to say her last name because I don't, have her permission. Friend of mine, but Sonya. I don't know if you would know her. Jennifer. No, I'll have to text you. Anyway, I saw a video that she posted, but her video was from a couple of years ago. That it was during a real heavy rainstorm, and same thing that Bigfoot came out and was like between 2 trees, but was like trying to crouch down. 2 big like bushes, and then right at the tree line, and was trying to crouch down, but you could see it like moving back and forth. Like I don't know if it was maybe trying to find a place to get out of the rain, or maybe it was hailing. I don't know. I'll have to send you that video too, because it's on Facebook, but it's not like public on a page. Yeah. I just can't. And she's in Tennessee too, cool. So that's so cool. It's like, I wonder if you guys are close. We'll have to figure that out. That's amazing.
It's really funny because like I was on a page not too long ago, like it was like last year sometime, and I had told my story, and somebody was like, "Yeah, my mom lives in East Tennessee, and she says there's Sasquatch out there," and we got to talking, and I was like, "Well, where does she live?" And he was like, "Granger County." I was like, "Where at in Granger County?" I'm tell everybody where I live just now, but like, but he was like. Yeah, and then he named the road, and I was like, that's the road I live on. I was like, we're neighbors, and I found out, she's my neighbor, and so she had a lot of stories and stuff, which was really cool. Just a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They know what it is, but they don't want to say it. Yeah, or, and some people like I think that's their way of protecting them, and that's their way of
sure.
Again, they don't want people out here on their property. And if you come out here, there's normal people. Even people who would want to find Bigfoot wouldn't just get out of the car and start walking on somebody's property out here, It's just
he was gonna go feed chicken eggs at 1:30 in the morning. Chicken eggs.
It made me feel bad because I still didn't do that. I think that's what she was looking for, because that is one of my gifting spots, like where I leave stuff out for them, and I've been leaving them eggs, and she was like right there where I leave the eggs at, and I think she was like, "Yo, are you there?" Because I was sitting at the window, and I thought I'd seen her come up. Like I thought I'd seen her, and I wasn't like, like I said, I wasn't really paying attention to that because I was watching it. I thought it was cool because I was like, I told you it was going to hail. And I was all excited about, like, I knew it. It was just, I got this feeling that I was like, it's about to hail. I just know it is. Yeah. And I got to the window, and I was sitting there at the window, and it was just raining, and then it started hailing. So I was like all excited because I was right. It still amazes me. I know I've never been wrong, but it still amazes me every time I'm right. So, but like, and then I was like watching the storm coming because the lightning that hit, that scared her in general. That's why she kind of jumped up, and that's why Chris saw her, I think, or Grizzly saw her. And I was looking at the storm, but like I saw her jump out, about the same time. And I was like, and he's like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Did you see that?" And he was like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Yeah." And did you see both of those things? Because the lightning was pretty cool too. Wow. But yeah, it was really cool.
So cool.
Stingray seen
he was freaking out for a minute. He was like, that was awesome. He was like, He's like, but it was like she was right there. She was like, couldn't have been more than like 30, 40 yards. I was like, yeah, I told you. It's like,
Amazing.
that's
Oh
just
yeah,
one of-
nonchalant. Like, oh yeah, I see her.
Wow.
I guess. I know, I'm such a snob. I'm over here like, yeah.
I'm sitting there getting texts from Grizzly like, hey, FaceTime and Sonya, and I just saw a Bigfoot. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm dead
know.
serious. I'm like, you gotta be, no, you're lying. No, I'm serious.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, okay.
It's so different because I've been sitting out there and like we've had like there's been a couple podcasts that I've done during the day and I've sat out there with the camera like facing that way just in case, you know, and but I was through the window. I don't know if that made a difference, you know, because I crawled to the window and was sitting on this side of the window, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah. She didn't stick around for too long. She stayed for a minute, but she didn't like after the lightning and the thunder again and it like, you know, the hail, it was starting to come down pretty hard. So
Yeah.
And that could have been what like jolted her up
did
too.
the swaying movement though behind the tree. She did.
Yeah,
Wow.
she was.
And the reason why I said it was a female, and I kind of do agree with her, is because the way the bottom part was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, you know,
She's squatty, but she's like really wide in the shoulders. Like they're wide right here, and then they come down, and then they're like wider in the hips, and then
right.
Maybe
Right.
got Bigfoot back, huh?
yeah.
I knew that was coming from somebody.
You know,
I knew that was coming.
She's small. She's actually one of the smaller ones, and she's never gotten any bigger than that. Like, it's weird because like a couple of the juveniles are as big as her now.
Wow.
And then she's only like 6.5 foot, like from where she was standing, because there's like a hill right there too. So like if you judge it by the trees, like if I went up there, she would have been like a foot taller than me, and I'm like 5'8".
Wow. How old do you think she is?
You know, I've never thought about that, but like I don't know. I feel like she would be about my age, like if you like translate that into like Bigfoot years. So she's like she'd be like something like somebody like in their 30s, equivalent or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because she's been around for a minute, like since I was younger. You know what I mean? And she was younger then, and I know that she's one of the watchers, and I just recognize her because of her hair like that. Because like he said, her hair is different, like a different color. Why are you laughing? Funny.
Because of Crazy Witch. I knew it was a female.
Yeah, I recognize that also.
I'm trying to give you a mental
It's not her feet.
And we are in the ditch.
Yes, there we go.
Right, you see what I'm going to describe, and she does have breasts, and that's another reason why I also think she's female. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, baby got Bigfoot back. Yep.
Yeah, baby.
So she asked me last night, she was like, well, Grizzly, now when I go to give them eggs, should I do like Mike and put a lid on the bucket? I'm like, oh, no, don't do that. You're going to make them mad. You're going to make no. Do not do that. Please do not do that.
But there's different reasons for that, because I store a lot of stuff in buckets out here. Like I don't want them just like randomly in buckets out here, because
all your paint buckets and everything else.
Well, yeah, and
see what I'm saying, Chris? Yes.
My sister, she does she's a rock hound, so she's got a lot of gemstones and stuff and just buckets out there. And we both collect animal bones, so there might be buckets of that, and I don't want them to be freaked out. They open something up and be like a bobcat in a bucket deteriorating.
Yeah, they'll be looking through all your buckets. Yeah, later on,
the more I can tell people, the weirder I become.
Here we go.
Stay off my property. I have buckets full of dead bobcats and stuff.
Mike did do a test, and Mike couldn't figure out on the last show. I'm trying to keep from laughing. Mike couldn't figure out why his eggs were not being eaten or taken. And Sonya, would you please explain why?
Oh, is it because was it the farm fresh egg thing?
Yeah.
Bleached.
Yeah. The bleachers, they were. Because my mom loved them. Like
it never works for me when it comes to her. But anybody else can ask her a question. She's right on it. Like,
I was just, I mean, like, well, we have a big discussion about eggs and stuff, but it was the farm fresh eggs. Like mine are right out of the chicken, and he was using store bought. Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah, which are bleach, ladies and gentlemen, which some people did not know that. Yeah. So yes. So when I came in, you guys are already in the ditch, Lady Wolf says. Oh my Lord.
Yep.
No, all you got to do, Dawn, is just click on the link. Click on link. There we go. But yes, that is funny. That is funny.
We were talking about the Bigfoot's cloaking and stuff last week or whatever, but like there was a picture on one of the Bigfoot pages. I'll have to show it to you guys. I didn't save it onto my phone now that I'm realizing that I should have, of these people, and they told the story of like, you know, the Bigfoots they got a picture of him. He's cloaked, but they got a picture of him cloaked. And you can clearly see that's what it is.
Yeah,
I will have to find that, and you know, I just wanted to announce that I have it. So,
did you show that one that I sent you with it almost like a cloaking in action?
Yeah, the one down the road. Yeah, if you want to send me that. Yeah, if you want to resend me that, I will show that. What's really interesting, I'm trying to get Don on. He is my sponsor. And we were talking about this today, and Don was like, yeah, I know they cloak. And we were talking about Bigfoot hair, Chris. And I think you've got some, don't you? That you got underneath your microscope?
It turned out to be not Bigfoot hair.
Oh.
It turned out, so I was posting it showing that we will go the lengths to debunk something too. We're not going to just assume everything is just Bigfoot automatically like some people do. I actually had a feeling it might be a palm frond hair because, you know, palms are made out of real fibrous material. So I pulled off a real skinny piece off of one nearby, and it matched perfectly. So it turned out to be not Bigfoot related. But anyways, go ahead, Grizzly.
Welcome, Don, to the show. Let me click on your picture. Hello, Don. Welcome. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Welcome to the show. Thank you for sponsoring another edition. So I was telling them about our discussion we were having about Bigfoot cloaking and everything. So what's your take on that?
When they cloak, what I've learned from my experience in the field, they got two types of hair. They got black hair that looks like a ghillie suit, and it absorbs light. If you try to shine a flashlight on them, it absorbs the light. They are complete darkness. They are the ultimate apex predator. And the second coat of hair is clear. They tense up, and when the white hair comes up, the clear hair, it bends the light around their surroundings. They blend in.
Wow.
And that's the video I was showing you earlier, right?
Right. Yeah, I seen that video, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen that many times in the field.
Wow.
Many a times.
Wow.
So today I became his forensic investigator, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll make that announcement on today's show.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yes, sir, you did. And thank you for joining us.
So I am very yes, I'm very excited to take my detective skills and to put those to use.
Well,
and too bad they don't do drugs, as I still got a lot of drug kits left over. But
right.
Never know.
But what do you think about Bigfoot? I mean, you know more about these things. You have been trailing them. You know, you've been up and down the rivers with them. How do you describe these creatures to people?
Well, like I was saying, they are the perfect apex predator. You know, you have the eye shine whenever their eyes are glowing. You'll see that. You'll see white, yellow, green, red, or blue. They're on the same light pattern or spectrum as a cat. You can take a remote control and push the power button. It shoots out an infrared light.
Right.
And you can play with the cat. A cat can see that, and they'll start going after that little laser. they see the same thing. Deer hunting. Deer see UV, ultraviolet light. So do they. When we go in the woods, we look like a Roman candle walking through the woods. They have watchers. They know we're in the woods before we even get in there.
Right, and that's what Sonya says. Sonya, this is Dawn. Dawn, this is Sonya. This is the girl I talked to you about.
Well, Sonya.
And she actually knows where her watchers sit every day.
Yeah.
And tell him about what your watchers do and how you know where they sit.
Yeah, well, like when you come up on a place like, well, I know where they sit because I know where they are during the day because they know where I'm at during the day. But like, if you go to where they sit during the day, they take sticks and just sit there and break sticks, and there'll be a whole pile of just broken little sticks there where, you know, just keeping their hands busy. And then the bark on the trees, they'll slowly peel the bark into little strips, and there'll be a giant pile of like bark that they've set there and stripped off.
They're
And,
leaving you gifts.
well, that's not even the gifts. That's just her sitting up there bored, I think, because she sits up there during the day most days when the family's like, I don't know if they're up in the mountains or where they're at during the day, but she's down here and she sits there. And that's where she sits during the day all the time.
What they'll
And
do, they'll stay on the high ground. Not to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
oh no,
But
but that's where it is. It's the highest point on the hill that overlooks the house. And if you go to that spot, you can look over, you can look down, and you can see the other spots that they stand. So you can go to that spot and you can look and you'll find the next spot that they stand, and so forth through the woods.
It sounds like to me they're leaving. They want to make contact with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, we do contact. We do. I mean, I sit out in the woods with them quite often. We leave each other gifts, and we like the glyphs and stuff. Like we go back and forth with different things with that. But like I don't know. They leave me bones. I collect bones, and it's weird because it's weird that it's just weird that they know that I like bones, but like they leave me bones all the time that they find. Of course, I guess they watch me, you know, bury these dead animals and then dig them up later. You know,
they probably know you better than you
do me.
But do you leave anything for them?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like we were just talking. I don't know why I'd never started leaving. I started leaving eggs recently, and they really enjoyed those. So, and Grizzly got to see one yesterday, and where he's seen it at was the spot that I leave the eggs out. And right. I haven't been out there in I haven't been out there in a few days. I go out there probably, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks. You know, I don't go out there all the time, but I go out there often. And that's where she was standing, was where I left the eggs the last time. And what was funny is earlier that day, I had just went and fed the chickens, and I didn't even think about this until just now, that I had just went and fed the chickens, and I had gotten these like 2 bucketfuls. I got like 40 eggs out of the chicken coop. And she must have watched me do it, because I just thought about that, because I came in here and I was talking to Grizzly, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I just fed the chickens and stuff because I think it's going to come a storm." And that's when we started talking. But she must have watched me grab those eggs. So she was standing in the egg spot when Grizzly seen her yesterday. Yeah. And that's just dawning on me. But yeah, she
forget about me or what?
I know, but that's why she was like, "Yo, yeah. I know you got 2 buckets. I saw that."
Yeah,
I really do.
I've sent Grizzly several photos of what I've taken in the field. Footprints, right. The eye shine.
Yeah. I mean, if you sit out here with me, there's footprints all around all the time, especially probably today would have been a good day for me to go look, because I've been meaning to do that and go take pictures, because I just don't take my phone out much unless I'm taking selfies of myself, because it feels rude. Like, just to be trying to take a picture of them. I don't want to break the bond that we do have, so I don't think, we already put cameras up, but I think they know the cameras weren't for them.
They are sentient beings. They know what guns are. They know what cameras are. They're just like us, but they're wired differently.
Yeah.
As far as being out in the field, staying out.
And it's weird because people are like, "Aren't you scared at night going out there?" Not at them. And no, I'm not. I've seen the Wampus cat out here too, and Like, and she was like beautiful. The thing about her, she was like a beautiful creature. Like, not that the Bigfoots aren't beautiful. I hope they can't hear me outside my window. I can't. They're beautiful creatures too, but not like the Wampus cat. She was, I guess it's just because she was so different. And she let me see her full view, like full view of her. And I wasn't scared of her at all. But she was just a beautiful put together creature. She was very dainty, very, very feminine like. That's why I call her a she, because she had a set of breasts on her too. But she had a very feminine like body. And but yeah, so
Are you anywhere near a ley line?
I was looking at that on the map not too long ago. I'm not really that close to any of them, but there are portals out here, and I'm convinced of that. I mean, I'm here in the,
She's got a
the trenches
creek,
of East
and
Tennessee.
she's
And
got a river
caverns like
or a
crazy.
pond, don't you? Or a creek and a pond.
I've got a
river.
huge creek that is spring fed in my front yard, and if you walk down the creek, you'll end up at the lake. So,
Yeah,
and
so
there's like my neighbors on one side of me.
What about a food source? You got any fields near you?
Oh yeah. I'm in the middle of the sticks. My one neighbor's on one side of me. They've got like 400, 500 acres of property that they have, and they are a earth literacy center. They're for earth controversy, or what do you call that? They're going green.
Conservation.
So everything they do is natural. They grow stuff, they grow flowers, everything that's and plus the land is just the way it should be. So between my property, their property, and I'm the last house before you get to the lake, and that's TVA property. So there's a lot of land out here for them to travel, and a lot of ridges. I'm in between. I'm at the lowest point in my town, and that's about the truth of it. I'm in the lowest holler in the town.
Right.
But
yeah, what they'll do, they'll sit on the highest ridge and watch.
Yeah.
Because by the time you try to get up the ridge, they're already 3 ridges away.
Nah, they walk with me when I go through the woods. Yeah, they don't.
Are they green-eyed?
They're all colors, like every color that you mentioned: the red, yellow, blue, green. I've got all of them. Yellow, really red. There's she's got her hair is really is a really red tint. Like if you see her in the sun, she's got like really dark red hair when you can see it, and her eyes are red. When her eyes shine, is red. So,
I'd love to get up there and do an investigation if you would allow me to come up West Kentucky Bigfoot and Paranormal Investigations.
We can
no
make that
weapons, no weapons. We just go in. I like doing an investigation with Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about with the Indian folklore and stuff, and the way the Indians travel? Do you think they still use the same travel lines?
Of course. I mean, I've got a lot of Native American friends, and they've told me a lot of stories about the Sasquatch. They were their protectors. They would protect them. Children, women. Yeah. A lot of tactics that the Native Americans come up with, like a war party, they would walk in each other's footprints. They learned that from the Sasquatch. All my tracking on the Bigfoot is right there. They walk in each other's footprints. A lot of like I told you before, the human eye by nature is designed to pick up fast and quick movements for war and hunting. When you see a Sasquatch, they'll move real slow, or they won't move at all. The Indians learned that from them. The Native Americans and the Bigfoot used to be all together. It used to be a big tribe.
Well, that's the thing. Like with the Native Americans, they learned that way of hunting where you can stand in between certain trees and stand in between them at certain things, and your eyes, like I say, your eyes cannot pick that up.
Exactly.
Because everything's inverted, and then your eyes have to flip it, and your brain fills in the rest. And it can't do that in certain camouflages and certain depths because our depth perception doesn't work right. It's like taking one of those old 90s photos, that's all pixelated, and you take it up to your face and you let your eyes go like unfocused. you can see some really wild things if you sit there with your eyes unfocused in the woods.
Like I said, they are the ultimate apex predator. They could destroy us in a heartbeat.
That's why I'm pretty confident if they had ever wanted me, they could have got me at any time, and if they wanted to do anything, I don't think there'd be any.
Now,
I don't
Dawn,
think
with her being with Indian blood or Indian ethnic background, does that have any? Engine, whatever you want to call it, reference to her with these creatures? Why they're so friendly with her?
Call me an engine.
Yeah, because my family background, I'm Mexican, Blackfoot Indian, German, and Scottish.
Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's like everybody, no matter your real ancestry, like your background, where you came from, it has to do with your connection, I think, with the earth, with the woods, with everything. You have to be connected with all of those things to be able to have these connections with certain stuff. And and there's a certain vibration that you have to keep,
Well, I agree. I mean, but a lot of people, they laugh at us because a lot of people don't go in the woods at nighttime. They're in bed, they have jobs, they're watching TV. Whenever it comes up at nighttime, they are the children of the night. We're the children of the day.
I'm not. Maybe that's why we're so connected, because I sit out there with them. I'll go out in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night, and I'll pick a tree, usually a pretty good sized tree, and I will sit down with my back to the tree, and I'll just sit there. And you wouldn't believe, within 15 to 20 minutes, your eyes start to focus. And no matter how dark it is,
right,
your eyes will start to focus. You start to see better in the dark. And I don't like to use flashlights. Flashlights in general bother my eyes. I'd rather sit outside and let my eyes focus and just walk around blindly in the dark. And I know that sounds scary, but
with them,
when you do it all the time, you get used to it, so you can see better. And you would not, I guess you would believe, the things you would see sitting out there, like the eye shine and stuff. That's how I know about most of the eye shine. Just a few years ago, I knew they did that, but I had never had the whole family come up to me at one time and surround me and all eye shine for me at one time. And nothing, and I felt this overwhelming feeling of family, like they had accepted me and that we were having this moment, and they were glad that I was out there with them, and that's the way I felt about it. And and I sat there, you couldn't help it. I started crying, and it was just so overwhelming. It was beautiful.
Amazing. Like I said, I've encountered over 150 of them in my time, in the 7 years I've been tracking them. Amazing. But yeah, I've seen the same thing, and video and photos can't put into concept or grasp of what you see with your own eyes.
Yeah. And I have a lot, I have this creek in front of my house, so I have constant noise going on all the time. And I have to decipher because my creek will breathe. And I say that in a way, if a spring-fed creek doesn't run at a certain thing all the time, it'll run different, so it sounds like it's breathing. And they use the creek a lot of the time to travel or to go back and forth, because they'll go there's two parts where they come up.
It has their footprints.
I do find footprints all the time. I've got a couple good pictures. A lot of the time I don't take my phone into the woods, because I fell one time and busted my phone. So I don't take my phone that often into the woods. And again, I don't want to be, when I am out there, and if I'm out there to spend time with them, or if I'm just out there because when I'm out there kind of just connecting with them, and I don't have my phone and I don't have any of that, I find more stuff, more mushrooms. I'll find everything. I'll find more footprints. I don't know if it's just subconsciously or it's when you go to look, and even when you do have the phone, sometimes I'll find footprints all the time. And sometimes especially where they are in the moss and the rocks, your phone nowadays, my old phone that took worse pictures, used to take better pictures of footprints on the ground because it didn't focus as well. And it's weird how now we got these new phones and they focus so good, but it's so hard to take a good photo of like because you can track these things, through the
but when
woods.
you're near
I
them,
will say the opposite.
has
to that.
your
Sometimes
phone?
we see better.
I'm sorry.
But wait.
Sometimes we see better when we find a print. Sometimes we'll take out our phone and look at it, and it'll show up better on the phone.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's
I think
what
it's
we
both-
see a lot.
both
I don't
true.
know why, but
No,
Yeah.
that's
Anyway.
what I run into, Chris. But I think both cases are true. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've had it both ways.
sometimes it's the other way
It
around.
looks
though.
really
I've seen
good.
it where it was
It
a
looks
piece
like
of
a
print,
face
and
on the
then,
phone where it looks so good.
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
My gosh, they're all going against the wind.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is another edition brought to you by Western Kentucky Bigfoot Investigations, LLC. Thank you, Mr. Don Wyden. How you
You're
doing today?
welcome, Chris.
So I'm glad to have you on the show because you got so much knowledge, and I always wanted to. I know you always been so busy and everything, but if you had one chance to tell people that are listening right now about these creatures, what would you tell them?
What would I tell them? Well, they'd have to get out in the field. Yeah, there's a lot of non-believers. We get made fun of all the time. But those are by the ones that's not out in the field at nighttime. When I do my investigations, I'm out there for 12 to 14 hours a night. I've been through swamps, wintertime, you name it. I found them. I know where they're at. I've seen different tribes. When I say tribes, I mean 13 to 14 in a tribe. I've heard the babies being born. I've heard them try to lure me into a swamp. I've heard, help me, in
Gosh.
places no man should be because of water moskins as big as my arm. And that told me right there, nope, I got to go.
Right. Wow.
But it's not only that, it's almost like there's evil parts to them, and then you got the guardians. The way they are, they're like, if you know anything about a gorilla tribe, gorillas, they're the same way. You have the alphas. Whenever you have young males growing up, they'll run the other males out of the tribe. So then you got loners. You have, how can I explain it? The alphas run the coming up males out, and they go rogue. They go rogue is what they do.
Yeah.
Once they go rogue, they can do anything until they build their strength up. Then they go back and challenge the alpha for control of the tribe.
Mm.
But yeah, I've heard neck breaks. I've heard everything. I've been in the field for over 7 years. I even took a year off from work to be in the field for 365 days.
Wow.
Like I said, I can take anybody out that wants to come with me and take them out there and be like, there they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I
That's
can say
wild.
about it. But as
I've
far as
called
that
my buddy
goes,
folk.
the way you hunt these animals, if you as long you hunt them like you're not hunting them. If you walk up on one and one's 30 yards away, you turn your back to it and light a cigarette. As long as they think they're still hidden, they won't harm you. But if you look at one, oh God, there it is right there, and hit a light with, you're smoked. It's gonna break your neck. All you're gonna be is another casualty, another number. Look at all the reports. Oh, well, we found this hunter with his neck broke. Probably fell out of the tree. The government and the state covers everything. They know, they've already said, they know what they are. They can't hide it. Look at all these national parks. You got what, 1,600 people a year that disappears, and the ones that they find, their bones are broken. You find deer, their necks are broken. Eagle nest with deer bones piled up 6 feet high. I'm sorry, but a bald eagle cannot carry away a 200-pound deer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can make they want to make contact because of everything that's going on right now in this world. Everybody is becoming awakened. If I said that right.
No, you are.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
There's being more and more sightings that's reported. I done my presentation down at Sluggo's Grill in Centertown. I told them over 292 people has already come forward in the county that I grew up in, where I hunt at, has come forward with Bigfoot sightings. The reason they didn't come forward to it before because they was afraid to. They was afraid everybody make fun of them.
I mean, they will. People will make fun around here. They will. They'll have you on every prayer list at the church and everything. They have a pie supper for you because they're
not out in the field like we are. They're not seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah,
they're the sleepers. We are the awakened. We're the ones that are seeing everything. Just like in the Bible, everything that was in the darkness will come to light. Every secret will come to light.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a reverend too. I can do weddings, baptisms, and funerals in all 50 states.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you're fine. I greatly appreciate you taking the time and coming on the show and introducing yourself. I talk about you all the time and play your commercial and everything. So, and I greatly appreciate everything you do for us.
Yeah, and I'd like to meet up. We could have some. I got some stories for you.
Well, Chris, hey, I got your shirt. It's camouflaged with the Hunter's orange on the back. It was designed by Abrams Graphics and Design. Good buddy of mine.
Awesome.
Cool.
We make stickers. We make everything. But yeah, I appreciate your time and opportunity, and I love the fact that you guys have seen these. The Bigfoot. Like I said, I've been ridiculed for over 7 years. And Chris, you finally seen one? I love it. I love it.
Yeah, he went on for about an hour yesterday about it, which I can't blame him. I was just like, yeah.
Wow, you see the footprints.
He was like so casual about it. I was like,
you see it,
right?
You know, but you finally see one in person, not on video, not, you know, in pictures and magazines. I mean, you actually saw one. It's like, wow, you know, but and Dawn and I, and Dawn, we got to have Dawn on one night. We got to schedule you on because you got some amazing stories that you need to tell.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah, we really do. But Don, I really appreciate your time coming on, and thank you so much. And
thanks,
I'll
Don.
continue to do the good word for you, sir.
Well, thank you, Chris. And guys, it's nice to meet everybody.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.
Like I said, I'm the president and founder of West Kentucky Bigfoot and Paranormal Investigations, LLC. Look me up on Facebook. Join it. You can see all my photos and videos.
Okay, great.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to meet up sometime. We're not far apart.
No.
Like I said, me and Chris are going to do an investigation together live.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
We sure are. We sure are. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Man, you
Well,
talking
that was
about a
cool.
good guy. Yeah.
That was that was a treat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. When I
Meet
saw
him.
him out in the audience, I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, you got to come on just for a
Yeah.
few minutes because,
Yeah.
I mean, we have talked for some time. And I've actually interviewed him a few years ago. I think once again back in the summer. And he's very well knowledge, and you know, and that's like the other day. I don't know if y'all watched the show where we had that Indian on, Barry.
Oh yeah.
On Shake, Rattle, and Roll, the Bones, or Shake, Rattle, and Cage, and he finally told Val, "You're going too slow." And I was like, "We're trying to be respectful because we don't know what you can and cannot answer." You know, because there's so many questions we want to know. And if you notice, as we were talking to him, he would hesitate. He would turn his head and be like, I don't know if I should answer that. Or I don't know, because a white man, you know, you make mockery, you know, you make fool of yourself and all this other. And, you know, yes, we have. And yes, we do.
He doesn't want the creatures exploited. That was one of the things, and that's his big thing. They don't want these things exploited, and a lot of us, I feel like he thinks a lot of these people, you know, not us necessarily, but people are out there to exploit these things and exploit these stories and facts. So, and then they whitewash them. There is that. You're right about that.
He prays with them, Chris. He actually prays with them.
I believe it.
You can pray with them.
It's known that tribes have traded with them.
Yeah.
No, pray. In the Lord name, Jesus Christ, I pray with you. Let's forgive each other of our sins.
But if you have, that's the thing. Even like I told you, I went out and sat and had a spiritual moment with them. I don't necessarily pray, you know, like some people pray, but like for me, it was a very spiritual thing, and they will surround you and hold you in that moment. It's the energy that you put out when you are in those moments, you know. It's not, and I don't think it's necessarily the prayer. I don't believe that they know who Jesus is. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's what it is. It's the vibrations that you put into that. Because
here's what I learned, Sonya. Okay, I learned several things by Barry, by you, by Barb, by Chris, by his group, and by Don. Okay, Barry, before he goes out, this is what he does. He sends vibrations.
No, I told you that. I told you that I did that. And I was about to bring that up to John. Some of the first times.
He sends vibrations out, and he says.
But no, do you know what that is?
No. Go ahead.
Well, that's it. Also, Don was talking about them being like gorillas. And if you've ever, like, I used to study Jane Goodall. She was like one of my heroes, you know, because, you know, and she talks about like when you go into these tribes of these gorillas, that's how you ask for permission. You stick your hand out like that to ask them for permission to be able to come into the woods. And I did that when I was like 15, 16, and that's when I started seeing them. Like seeing them when I knew they were there, but they never let me like see them. You know, I seen them a couple times when I was little, but not like this, not like I see them now. And that is a way to ask for permission with gorillas. So, and I guess the energy too, they do know what your intentions are when you go into the woods. So there is that.
And Barb, Barry confirmed that. Yes, Stingray, 432 hertz. Yes. They know before you enter what your intentions are. They know when you're in there.
You radiate vibrations constantly. So whatever you're feeling, no matter whether you're projecting those feelings with your face and your emotion, like your body language, you could be hiding it. They know your vibrations, what's in your heart, what's vibrating from the inside, you know, your chakras. They know that. They know what's before you do, you know. They know if they showed themselves to you, whether you would freak you out so bad it would just, you know, and they can use that for themselves and for them to be able to, you know, get away from certain people in certain aspects, you know. they know how
But
to
it
read
was,
you so well that they know how to scare you enough to, or frighten you enough to be able to scare you away.
but it was just interesting to hear an Indian side because there was
Mhm.
more to the story that I think he wanted to say, but I don't think his elders would let him say it.
Well,
And
you
they
know
were
who's
working. Go
yeah.
ahead, Barb.
Mike Scott has interviewed him. So on one of his you have to go back. I wish Mike was here tonight, but yeah, on his Understanding Bigfoot channel, he had done a show with Barry, and it was really good. Yeah, I've seen him on a couple of shows. It is amazing from that perspective. He really comes from a really cool, a great perspective. Obviously, but just a different perspective that makes so much sense.
It does. And evidently, Barry and his elders, and I guess a couple other people that he mentioned on the show, are working on a book of some sort. I guess they got approved by his tribe to be given to white men to let them know how to respect and how to encounter these creatures. It's more like an instruction guide.
Yeah.
Because he said that a lot of information is going to be released that they're working on. But once again, it was like he wanted to talk, but he would stop himself. He wanted to talk and he would stop himself because it was like, I don't know if I should answer this or I should hold back.
Well, he's
And
got to
he
say
said
it in a
he said
certain
too
way
at one
too.
point that white man's not ready. So
Yeah.
and he did say that a few times, and I do agree with him. And I said that before. Men are not ready. People are not ready.
Well, he's like, well, that we still believe our government's here to help us. So he's like, we can't really trust you with your opinions.
Yeah, he's got a point. He's got
Yeah, right.
yeah, guess what? They know better.
Yeah.
So Chris, what was that hair that you had that looked like it was aluminum foil?
That would basically turned out to be a palm fiber. So the fiber was so thick that when I put it on the microscope, there's two different lights on the microscope. There's one from underneath and one from above.
Right, that is correct.
Like when I do the other hair, I can go from underneath and it'll shine through like translucent. Like I did my daughter's hair, I tried a hair. But when the palm, it was such a solid material, it wouldn't shine through. It would show as black because light wouldn't pass through. So I had to change the light from above, and it almost came off with like a chrome look to it, but it is really just palm fibers. So ultimately,
because when I saw that, and I didn't, and that, ladies and gentlemen, and I did not look any further. I was tied up, and you know how Grizzly gets. When I saw that, I got excited. I was like, "Holy God, he's actually got Sasquatch hair." Because I wanted polar bear hair. Now, I'm not going to go to the North Pole and grab some hair off a polar bear. I don't know if you can order off Amazon or not and have it prime delivery the next day. But yeah, Crazy Witch, I agree. People are not ready. But that microscope you got, does it take pictures, it looks like?
Yeah, I actually hook it up to my computer, and it's got a gadget USBs straight imaging straight to my computer. So I can snap pictures, take video even. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what all those pictures I posted were off of that. Very, very neat. New toy.
Yeah. So I was very honored when I talked to Don today, and I saw what Don had on his team, and we were talking, and when we got to that conversation, and it was like, you know how somebody brings it up but don't ask you and try to fill you out, and I was just like, yeah. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm in. So, and I have a ton of stuff, of evidence collection stuff. Where it's at, I have no idea. It's because I moved and moved and moved. But if I have to rebuy it, I'll rebuy it. But, I've always been into forensic science, always been in collecting DNA and collecting evidence and whatnot. And And one thing I liked about with Chris, when he told me he's going to buy a microscope, I was like, oh, that's even better, right? So, because now you can actually take your own sample. Because now, I mean, now these days, I don't know, Chris, I'm not trying to speak for you, but can you not Google like certain types of hair and compare that now online?
You can identify any kind of creature by its hair.
Mm-hmm.
They say that's actually, that's actually like the first line of evidence and the way to go about it, rather than doing a DNA test, is actually identifying by hair itself. So every creature's got a different look and feel, and so I've yet to go find the database, but I'm sure they're out there. That's something I'm still kind of new at this part of it, but
well, I didn't know if you can I didn't know if you can like Google deer hair underneath microscope and it'll show you deer hair.
I'm sure.
So
Everything's online. Come on. I mean, it's there somewhere. I know what Sasquatch hair looks like because David Pilates put it right on our big screen at the Bigfoot conference, and we've seen it. It's scaly. It looks different. It's translucent and scaly. It looks different than human hair. It's not identified by any other hair out there.
Yeah,
I mean, how they were getting it, they were getting it by taking tape and turning it backwards and wrapping it around a tree over and over and over, then putting up some bait. I think he said McDonald's pancakes, hot cakes and syrup or something like that. They loved for whatever reason. That was the thing that he suggested, and they got over 50 samples of it. Hell, and they even got. There was a story, I think, in California that some guy actually shot a juvenile. I don't know what led up to it, but ended up shooting a juvenile. I think he was scared. The mom came and grabbed the juvenile, ran off with it. He ended up having a chunk of flesh and hair from the juvenile, gave that to Pilates, and that's how they got the nuclear DNA from all that. So, and the female side of it, they track it back to human, but the male side of it's unknown. So it's proving it. I mean, I didn't get a microscope so we can prove that it exists. In my mind, it's already been done.
Right.
It's more of, hey, we're on to something. There's some around here. We've got some proof. We got some hair. We know that's what we're dealing with for sure, etc. That's kind of the whole point of it.
Cool stuff.
Plus, I like playing with microscopes. I had one as a kid, so it was kind of like a flashback for me.
Hell, we had chemistry sets when I was a kid. We blew crap up.
Exactly.
I mean, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the stuff that you cannot buy no more. I mean, it would take, do not mix this. And we would mix it. Yes. So,
thing says, hey, do not mix, you mix it together automatically. That's what you got to do.
That's right.
Crazy Witch. Yeah, I agree, Crazy Witch. He thinks it's cool that all of us know about all the amazing stuff that most of the public doesn't. I love it. It's great. Yep.
Yeah, I'm used to being a misfit and stuff too. So like, it kind of just fits into my whole persona.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm used to being laughed at. That's cool. So now I'm just really funny. So you laugh with me.
So, Grizzly, you going to show that cloaking video? I sent it over to you.
Yes. I do apologize. I got wrapped
it's not
up.
The best quality, but it's pretty cool looking.
You sent it by Facebook?
Yeah, Messenger.
Okay, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Let me sign back into my
Hi,
Facebook.
Yeah, I sent you something too that I got permission to share.
Okay, cool, awesome. Why does it not let me sign into my Facebook? I hate this. Ever since I got, my security is so tight.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right. Well, I got a ton of messages. Josh Turner. Interview him. He's got some. Oh, not the Josh Turner we know. It's another Josh Turner. Okay. All right. So there's Barbers. And here's Chris. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. Let me throw this up on another monitor here so I can make sure I share the right one. Now, this is pretty interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Let me click blitz off. Let me hit.
And this is cloaking.
13.
What's is that what's happening, Chris?
It's basically like
Yes.
a Bigfoot that is visible, then becomes not visible,
Oh,
like
that's
right
cool.
before your eyes.
Wow.
So it's like inaction.
All right, here we go.
That's cool.
Drum roll.
You see it?
No.
Now watch it. Voila.
Next time on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
But you can still see the outline.
The outline. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Oh, here
outline
it comes.
stays.
Well, that was.
To run,
Now here we go. Now here we go. Now you'll be able to see it.
probably cycle back through. You freezing, Grizzly? I think he's freezing on us.
Oh.
All this new equipment.
I think it's like an
Is it
Instagram
not
loop,
working?
so it'll start over. There it is. See how it's
Oh.
black?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, wow.
Just flat out disappears.
Whoa.
You can see the outline.
Yeah, you can still see him. And
Yeah,
it's actually-
yeah, but like it's just like the green goes up of the reflection of everything. That's incredible.
It makes
Whoa.
me wonder how long that they known that these creatures can do that, because they use like certain stuff that you see in like scary movies with creatures.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
see that like
that-
Predator, like that is a thing. And if you saw
Yeah.
that in the woods and you've seen that, you would think, "Oh my God, Predator," and you'd get out of there. So it's doing that desensitizing us, or
yeah.
whatever,
Right.
making you like scared of things. So yeah, because Predator is my favorite alien. Because if he doesn't win, nobody wins. And that's kind of I gotta respect that. Like, I'll just blow the place up. Okay.
A Facebook user had I don't know their name wasn't on there, but had said that this is the reason why that Facebook user doesn't believe that the Patterson Gimlin film was true, because Patty wasn't doing that. Well, I have to disagree, because I
There's
think
more
that
to it.
Patty was detracting from whatever else was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she
So,
wasn't-
ladies and gentlemen, there was actually more to the footage
Mhm.
than what we
Yeah.
actually saw. There was,
Yeah.
I think, there was supposed to be some juveniles involved
Yes.
and so forth.
Yeah.
Now, here's
Yeah.
Barb's video.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Oh,
now.
you know what? Let me set this up for. It's not. Yeah, it's a friend. So she said, this is the one. She's in Middle Eastern Tennessee. She said, when I first saw the light, she thought it was ball lightning. Their power was off. So you'll see it looks like a reflection. I thought it was a reflection. Then I realized it wasn't. She grabbed her phone. Yeah, the power was out, and so she saw. So you'll see. Okay, see that ball
Oh,
of light?
yeah,
That
I
is not a
see it.
reflection. They did not have power. But then you'll see the Sasquatch over to the left, like see that the woodshed. It's over to the left of that, and it comes out of the trees. Yeah, see right where your arrow's pointing. It's like right above there. See, you see the Sasquatch moving around to the little. It's over the stovepipe.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then go over.
Yeah. So there's it's looping again.
Do you think that's a portal opening?
I don't know. She didn't. She know what was going on, but she's
Yeah.
seen
It's
this.
like on and off. It just
And the way it was like long ways. It's like it like went through the woods. That's like a portal opening. That's what I think.
almost
That
like
is.
it was
Okay.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then but to see I don't know if you can see it that well, but the cool thing with it, do you see the Sasquatch moving back and forth? Chris, I wonder, like, is that what you guys saw? It's over. Yeah. It's like right above the stovepipe.
It's like something could be right in front of the light. Oh,
Yeah, and the lightning was going pretty heavily at that moment too. So you never know what kind of power that can give certain.
Okay, see, yeah, it's
things.
right. It's moving. See where his pointer is? It's
I
just to the left.
saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
With the,
but if you
So
watch
it
in front of the
looks
she's like
like
sticking it out
something.
or something. Like,
Mhm.
It looks
That's
like
weird.
something came
Yeah.
out. Then it looks
Oh.
like it closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you're
can see
right. Yeah,
something.
because it looks like there's like it's something.
Maybe it rode the lightning down. In World of Worlds.
But this
Something
goes
to the right
back
of that
to this goes back to Shoop's video where she says that flash
Mhm.
and everybody else flash like a picture or bolt of lightning, and
Yeah.
and I think
Yes. Yep.
now this is just my opinion. I think there's a correlation between that and a portal. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because
And
how
not
else
only
would
that,
you
like
explain that?
with the weather being the way it was, with the heavy amount of moisture in the air and the rain falling everywhere, that's going to make that so much more extreme. Like, you know what I mean? See how the lightning is like
Because
a really
that looks like
Wait, you
something is
Did
standing.
anybody hear her?
It looks like something is coming out. No, I'm sorry,
Or
I
is it just
covered
me
her up.
that's freaking out?
Go ahead, Sonya. I didn't mean to cover you up, baby.
What, me? I didn't say nothing. Did I say something? I don't know.
Yeah, there was a woman talking. That wasn't you.
I can't hear. Is that just Sonya or is it me? I can't hear anybody.
No, I
It
can
sounded
hear
like there
you.
was feedback for a second.
What?
Yeah, there's some feedback.
Really? No, not Sonya. Let me mute myself.
I don't know. What's happening? This is weird. Oh, all right. This is weird.
Hello?
Do you still hear the feedback?
Can you guys see me?
No, but I'm echoing now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like an
no,
echo.
I heard. But it looked like, and I'm looking at the video, and let me bring up my other camera here, and I can pick it up. So, and of course, I can't pick it up. Go figure.
Yeah, Sonya, I couldn't
But if you
understand what you were
look-
saying. Like I felt like, yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I have no idea now.
But
I don't
yeah, I
know.
was covering you up, but I can't move my camera that close. But what it looked like something came out of that ball of light.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And I was
then when
saying
it
the
came
moisture
out-
in the air, that's what it was. The
Mhm.
moisture in the air
Oh,
would
yeah,
make
and
that more,
Yeah.
and with the
And then the
electrical activity
lightning.
and all that, make it more
Yep.
intense.
The
Yeah.
energy. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when it closed, it
Mhm.
closed this way.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't close this way. It closed
Yeah.
oblong.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Because I said, oh, is that you think, oh, that's just a reflection. And maybe somebody like, say a light's right behind you and you put your head kind of in front to me. She said, no, we didn't have power. And that was what she saw this light and thought, oh, I'm going to try to, I don't know what's going on out there in the woods. And then, but she sees
the way it shined through the woods too. Like you could tell it was deep in the woods because it didn't project out. It was covered by the foliage of the trees and stuff.
Yeah,
So you could really tell that was like inside the woods right there in that area.
Yeah, like I said, she thought it was ball lightning. But
Yeah.
pretty
I
cool.
think that
I've seen that out here a couple of times. Never in the middle of the forest, but I have seen it in the sky.
I don't think it just hangs out and at a certain height. I believe
woods?
it falls
Yeah.
through the sky.
Fireball.
Well, that's like the other day, somebody talked about swamp gas. And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, swamp gas is at the ground level. And it ignites and it goes, and that's it. It doesn't go up in the air and stands and lingers around. So, there's a lot of people that, well, that's just swamp gas. Well, no, it's not swamp gas. Now, what that was, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what that was.
And the gases don't burn, like certain gases don't burn at a color like that. And if they were just going to burn up and disappear,
That was
the color
white.
of it says a lot about it. The fact that it was the white and not blue, says a lot about it. It was something very strong, whatever it was. White light always is the strongest.
But I didn't mean to overshadow because I want to talk about Chris's video. That was amazing. With the Sasquatch. So I wonder, how as you're seeing it and then the green is like coming up its body. It's like enveloping with the green around it. And what is that?
It's like one of those pillows where you wipe it the one way, it's one color.
Yeah,
it's like, and it just kind of goes
Yeah.
like that. And that like
I found that pretty mind blowing. Really, I was like, wow, this is the first time I actually seen something like the cloaking in action. You've seen the shadows, you see other things like that, but that one actually showed in progress. I'm like, is this real? I mean, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, if their hair, like you said, if their hair is scaly like that, like you said, it scales, so it scales out like that. Again, if it's like one of those pillows and it flips the other way, then boom.
I think it was scaly like that to refract light and
right,
exactly. So it takes out a vision. I mean, it's better camouflage.
And it was interesting what Dawn was saying about their two different types of hair that they have. That makes sense too.
Kind of like
Dawn has spent a lot of time with, I don't know if it was Indians or indigenous people, or however you want to call them, label them, that's fine. But he has spent a lot of times with somebody. And I never actually asked him who, and I think I need to. Yeah. Because he knows a lot more than people that I've seen on TV. And it's like, how do you know this? And he'll tell you, and when I first interviewed him, and he was like, Grizzly, people make fun of me. And I'll tell you straight up, you want to see one? You don't think they're real? Where do you want me to pick you up?
Yeah.
I'll drive you right to them. I'll show you their eye shines.
And people still don't want to believe it, even when you take them. And I've had people have them right there in front of them, and they'd be like, there's something there. I'm like, I know it's Bigfoot. And they'll be like, no, there's something there. It's Bigfoot. And they'll be like, no, there's something big right there. It's Bigfoot.
It's not that. Yeah.
We came here for that reason. I take you to show him, and you're still like, and that's how blind people are. You can go look, and they'll go, nope, no. You're like, no, look, it's something else. Whatever it is, it's big.
All right, Sonya, you got to tell him what happened with the juvenile Bigfoot.
What happened?
It never fails.
Remind me. I don't know.
The one they fed it the wrong thing.
Oh yeah, that was a story that I read on one of the things. The family.
Oh, the rum cake.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's
the same woman that we just watched her video. Yeah.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like,
she's great.
She's like,
Jennifer.
It's again, you fed them the rum cake. I was like, and I could see that exactly. I was like, yeah. And Grizzly asked me, he's like, do you believe that story? I was like, yep, 100%.
Yes.
Like exactly the way they worded it would be exactly the way I would tell a story. And that was just like,
Juvenile ended up in a ditch.
She made a rum cake that was there was too much rum in it. And even her husband was like, ugh, just throw it out. But then there was also I think a pie or something, and she thought
they had a fruit cake and a rum cake, and they decided to eat half of some of it, and they ate some of it, sat down, and they were just like, let's throw the rest in the Sasquatch bucket, in the gifting bucket, and they did, and she threw the wrong one in.
Yes,
so,
that's it.
At least she said she accidentally did it.
Sure she did.
Merry Christmas.
It was running back and forth through her yard and shaking its head and in broad daylight and kind of she said it was all sounded like it was speaking in tongues, and she's like, what's wrong with it? Or her husband said, what's wrong? And that's what it was. The poor thing was drunk.
You got any more of that cake?
Yeah.
Lady.
Or the next day, I can never eat that rum cake again. He's
gonna be so mad.
Well, it's good, I said it's good that it wasn't like a big male. Can you imagine, like, if a big male got it? Even a big
Yeah, like you never know about like making a mistake like that. Like,
yeah,
Hungover
you'd be like,
Bigfoot. That would be good.
no. No. Yeah, isn't that funny though? Yeah, that was her video.
It
So,
is
yeah.
funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed.
Yeah.
I love the amount of people that we find that have these families of Sasquatches out there that are just like vibing with them, and we're just like, yeah, they're there, you know.
She showed a picture or a video around Christmas time that they actually this just still blows my mind. They actually will crawl up, the little ones will crawl up on her porch, like on the railing, and like peek in the window in her front door. So it's like, and it's like, wait, I want to see if I can do it. Like they're like, you know, well, my hair's, I can't, but like, just like you can see just like a little, and I'm like, that's not true. That's a stuffed animal. She said, I swear, you know, I'm like kind of joking with her, but it really, she goes, no, you come into my house and I'll show you. She said, that is what they are peeking. This is what they do.
Time to put a Ring doorbell up.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, that probably wouldn't. If it was that, they probably wouldn't then. They're like, yeah, we're smarter than that.
I have an unnatural fear of windows, and I think that's what it stems from. You know, like I know that they're there, and even if they're out the window, like it wouldn't, like if it just, I don't know. It's just it's the fact I'm sitting here. I can't see outside. They can see inside.
Yeah,
it wigs me out. Windows wig me out. It's not the Bigfoots. It's the windows. Like, I don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you have any windows, Sonya, that are uncovered right now?
Yeah, well, I got my window open right now because it was pretty cool out tonight. So,
oh wow, that's a shocker, ladies and gentlemen. Surprised you don't have a peeker.
Well, I'm trying not to think about it, but now that we've seen it, I feel like, yeah.
So, I was gonna say something, but I thought I better not.
Right. Are you going to keep it out of ditch now? I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
No,
he said now. He's talking my line.
She tells me stories about her taking a shower and hear him breathing outside the window. I mean, that's freaky.
Yeah. So my mom, like, she won't go outside, and it really bothers her. Like, you know, she knows they're out there and stuff, but she won't go outside, and she especially won't go outside in the dark. Or she goes outside during the day, but she definitely won't go outside during, you know, the dark, and she definitely won't go in the woods. But sometimes when you're in the bathroom, you'll sit down to pee, and a lot of the time in the spring, you know, and early summer, we keep the windows open. And you'll sit down to pee, and you'll hear it walk up. And, you know, like as a woman, I don't know how easy it is to stop peeing. I don't know if I've ever really tried to. It doesn't, but you can hear it walk up, and it'll be standing there breathing. And you can just, you know, hear it breathing. And that would, you know, like I know what it is, but still, it doesn't make it any less like unnerving. Like,
I'm gonna close the window.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to breathe through the window, because what if it wasn't, you know, I've seen Wampus Cat, and I've seen a Dogman. I know Bigfoots are out there. So what else is out there? So maybe, not that I don't think my Bigfoots wouldn't protect me, but I don't know that someone would snatch me out the window. So that's my biggest fear. Like, I can't see out the window to make sure that it's Bigfoot. So, like, so I don't know what's out there, you know, because I have to see it, like, with my eyes. I'm one of those people, I need to see with my own eyes.
Chris is like.
It's the window. See, it's just what's outside. It could just be anything. You know what? I'm gonna stop.
I just reach out, close the door, close the window. I'm not looking.
It's been one of my big. It's like, I don't know. It's one of my bigger fears. I just don't like that. You can't see outside the window, you know, because it's light in here and you can't see outside.
Barb's Wi-Fi just went down. There she is. All right, Barb is back. Welcome back, Barb.
Hey, welcome to the show, Barb.
Yes.
I can see it on my phone. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, our Wi-Fi went down. Whatever. Anyway, what did I miss?
In the ditch. We're talking about PM and Bigfoot in the bathroom.
Okay. See?
Oh yes. Oh, I mean, I could not imagine be sitting on the pod and hearing something going. Yeah, I'd be
It's
like,
not-
oh hell no.
You just have to keep in mind, like, okay, it's just Bigfoot. Okay, it's just Bigfoot. Just pee and get out, you know. Just pee and get out. Like, just hurry. Because if you start to think that it's not Bigfoot and it could be something else, it will panic you. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'll scare myself into thinking what else could it be? You know, I've seen some things. I've seen a rape. Apparently, they're supposed to be evil. You know,
Lady Wolf. Oh my Lord. I am not reading that comment.
you meant my towel rack. It's my towel rack. What are you talking about in the bathroom?
Yeah, she's checking out. No, she ain't.
The towel rack.
No, my Lord. Norma, I still have a PTSD when I shower because of peeping Toms breathing heavy when I was showering as a teen. I don't know what I would do if it was a Sasquatch. I do. Right there through the damn walls.
Well, the Bigfoots don't bother me, but like, I don't know. Like, see, it could be somebody. What if one day that it is somebody and I just think it's Bigfoot? Heavy breathing out my window. I don't think anybody loves me that much.
Time to call the cops.
I want to pretend I still have stalkers, but
Poor, she's frozen again.
There goes Barb.
I thought she was really concentrating.
I did too. I thought she was concentrating. I thought, man, she must be looking
Working
something
hard.
up for her. There she is.
As
Did
long as
she
it doesn't
move?
freeze her like it did before.
Oh, that must have been my glasses that moved. I thought I saw her head move.
You just weird.
But no, but I that's. I mean, these things are that intelligent. I'm telling you, people. I mean,
It's my bad.
That's all he's upside down.
what was that?
No, forget. We're
Was
cool.
Was you doing cartwheels?
Yeah. Oopsie daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought you were in deep thought, Barb. We thought you were looking something up for us. That's
There she goes
she's
again.
frozen again.
Frozen again.
Bless her heart. Damn Wi-Fi.
She is again. Nope, she's frozen again.
Did she move or is it
no.
me?
She's back.
messing
She's like,
with me.
no, please stop freezing.
She's
and
messing with
the
me.
worst,
I
the
can hear.
worst.
Can you guys
faces.
see me? And am I live now? No.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
live.
Mike, please tell me.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were sponging me out.
God.
Like,
Some of those frozen faces were. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, that's
It's
what I
not your
thought.
day, Barb. Today's not your day.
The Lady Wolf is waiting in the ditch,
Yeah,
ladies
Lady
and
Wolf is
gentlemen.
waiting for us in the ditch. Where is it? Yeah, Sasquatch is
Oh.
messing with my internet. Stop it, guys. Let me finish the show.
I know they're out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's what my neighbor said earlier. Like, we've been having a lot of power outages. You know, we've had those solar flares and stuff, and but the internet's not been working right for the last few weeks and stuff. And he was like, "It's you. You're telling all the Bigfoot secrets, and they're mad about it, and they don't want you talking anymore." And I was like, "Nah, I don't believe that. They would. I think they would let me know. I think they would chuck rocks at me while I was on the thing if they were upset. At least I think they would. Like,
Yell at you. They give you some
I
kind of
don't
signature.
know. It's so I joined this indigenous
indigenous.
yes tribe, 224,000 members strong. And I was like, hey, I'm Grizzly. How's everybody doing? I want to learn about Bigfoot. And boy, did you hear crickets, and my post never got posted. And I'm like, well, gee, thanks, ladies and gentlemen. I was being serious.
Sometimes they don't speak of things.
So were they.
Yeah, I know, right?
They don't speak of things a lot of times just because it will bring those things to them.
No, I didn't say skinwalkers. I said
Well,
Bigfoot.
even Bigfoot, some of them don't like to talk about.
So Barb's freezing, Sonya's dropping stuff off, Grizzly's blessing hearts, LMO. Oh my Lord. There goes YouTube again. Thank God for the other 15 channels.
Chris is just gonna have to carry the show. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, I know it, Chris.
I'll just start showing pictures or something.
Who thought the guy from Florida would be the most well behaved?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Florida man behaves on YouTube.
Yeah, nobody's ever seen that video. That would be a good one.
You know what you know what I really want to see, and this is nasty. This is
Oh no, what?
No, we don't want to know.
This is nasty. I mean, I'm sorry for bringing this up. I want to see Bigfoot's poo-poo.
It's.
But don't you have a friend who's got a freezer full of shit?
Yes,
You can,
that's what I want to see. I want to, because I've seen big dogs. Okay, now I've seen bear scat. Now, when he said he had to break it in half, I still cannot get that out of my mind. I mean,
And he's got it in his freezer.
And
he's got it in his freezer.
With his food. And his wife don't know about it.
Yeah, he's like, don't tell me
but
why.
what's he going to do with it? Like, is he just going to be like, keep it, and he's got a thing, and he's like Sasquatch turd number 4, just slide that on into the freezer? Like, what are we doing here?
This poor guy. I hope he's not watching the show. Oh my God.
Well,
Thank you, Grizzly.
That's peanut butter guy, right?
Grizzly. Send a piece to Grizzly. Just break some off of that log and give it to him.
Now,
we could all get us necklaces with a piece of poop, and it'd be like BFF necklaces. Bigfoot forever.
Hey, now they sell dinosaur dung, and they make jewelry out of it.
Right. I think we should all get us a piece, our initials, commemorate this.
And it goes for $40 a pound. So, yes, Norma, that is a rock. You're right. That is not woo-woo or whatever you want to call it. So, breathing outside your bathroom window, what more do you need to let you know? Yeah, I know. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Right.
Then you got room for another one. You had to break that one. God,
this backpack was full.
Oh my gosh.
I'm surprised the government hasn't confiscated the refrigerator or the freezer or something.
Well, I mean,
Norma,
it depends on if he's not making a big stink about it, nobody's going to do anything, right?
What, Norma, the way he talked, it was huge. So
he said it stunk up his car for days.
3 days. Can you imagine how many Christmas trees that would have took? Oh my Lord.
A couple of packs right at the same time.
Man, we used to ride around. We were like, see those Christmas trees? Yeah, they smoke dope. Watch this.
Yeah.
They're going to run that stop sign. Yep. Whoop, whoop. So my sides hurt. Yeah, mine does too, Lady Wolf. This poor guy's never going to talk to me again if he ever watches this. I hate to even. I gotta find some people that listen to our audio and see what they do. I wonder how many people have car wrecks listen to the audio on the way to work. I mean, they gotta have some, because our audio channels have been like gone through the roof.
Really?
Yes, they have been. Norma's
It would
like,
be the best,
"Ew."
like, people just catch the show halfway through and they don't know what's going on, and some of the stuff we're talking about, that's got to be really confusing and traumatic for some people.
Or was it Crazy Witch or Standing Stones? That one show. Now what did I miss? Every time I turn around, I come back and everybody's laughing. I forgot which one it was. I felt sorry for him. So yeah, that was awful.
Just falling over.
I know, right?
It still don't answer my question, but it's cool. Those are questions for another time, another show.
Now, what was your question?
What does he plan on doing with the turd? Like,
I have no idea.
Probably like to send it for DNA or something. Like,
right? Like, why are you going to claim to have a turd from Sasquatch if you're not going to be like, get it?
Maybe he's waiting to see where.
Crazy Witch would do that to me.
He's got plans to, like. If it's that
Now,
big, you've got plenty to give
everybody
to
that I
samples.
know, when the Fish and Wildlife, the DNR, that ever had any possible Bigfoot, Sasquatch DNA samples, they would take it, and as soon as they had it, when they walked out the door, they would take it and put it right in the trash can every time.
Mile 13.
Yes.
Well, there are a lot of people that are like that. I would say the BFRO used to kind of do similar things back in the day. They had a lot of they weren't real friendly to the little guys, you know, and the people that were doing their own stuff. They weren't friendly at all. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it. But so you know, you like you know, in the past years, and I was telling Barb this today. I was like, there was a lot of that went on through the years. So you kind of disconnect yourself from, you know, these people in this world, because a lot of them are in it for the wrong reasons and exploiting and all that stuff. And, you know, I'm here to educate myself, because if there's a way that I can make my bond stronger than the bond that I already have with these things, and maybe I can follow them or learn ways to follow them and use these portals myself. That's, you know.
Right.
Not that I have ulterior motives, but it's really cool. Huh?
Sonya's 411.
You go into a portal and you're poof, you're gone.
I am pretty confident in my right. If I can use the portal to get there, then I'm confident that I can get back. And I mean,
you have to throw a rope for Grizzly.
Lord, here we
throw
go.
rope in. Yeah, send her in with a rope. Like on
go towards the light, Sonya.
Come back.
The poltergeist movie. Come get me.
Allegedly, there has been activity with a team of investigators that came across the portal out in the middle of a field, and they got it on a thermal, and one person stepped halfway in it, and it was cold space, and half the body disappeared.
Oh.
And allegedly, this is a true story.
Oh, cool.
And the person got real sick and ended up dying.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't figure out why he died.
Radiation.
So they don't know. His organs shut down, everything. And the other person got real sick.
You can't just halfway go into it. You're going to have to fully commit, I think, because you can't send half your body to the other side of space and just be okay with half of it still being here. You're going to be on two different planes. You're going to have to fully commit to getting in. There's no
certain things that we require to live, and whatever's on the other side might not be there. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow with Barb and I, we got this guy coming on that talks about portals, and he played with one.
Yeah.
And something came out of it and played back with it.
Oh gosh! Wow, this is great. Cool. Wow.
And I was like, are you for real? And he was like, I'll tell you, Grizzly. I was like, he said, I thought it was a black hole. And he was like, well, I'm gonna see what this hole is.
What if your soul couldn't come and find you in a portal like that? Like, your soul is a disconnect. It's like it can travel through the universe. It can travel outside the body. The soul can. And even when you're alive,
girl, I just found you.
Your soul might be playing with you. Well, if I called myself into a portal, I'd probably follow me in it. Sonya, not that I'd tell everything. Now the portal's going to be like, all right, now we know how to get her. Got her. After about the 50th question that I asked in a 2-minute span, I feel like they're talking about that.
Grizzly now. Hey, Grizzly. Peace. I'm going in the portal.
Well, how popular do you think you were? Like you would become after I go missing, you know? It'd be awful suspicious.
Hey, it'd be good for really good for you.
You're always looking for missing people. And
what'd you do with Sonya?
Under investigation.
Yeah. You liked her, didn't you? You got jealous because her Bigfoot family, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
So
we
hear the end of that.
She ran off with the Bigfoot that was breathing outside of her bathroom window.
Well,
she got a load of him and was like, ooh.
It's all like junk inside that Sasquatch trunk.
I should
Yes.
have never said that. I should have never said that. And thanks to chocolate cupcakes and the Tammy. Oh my gosh.
Woo, she's gonna be.
That is something else. I'm never gonna look at a chocolate because chocolate. You know what the hell I'm saying. Gosh, you're all
But how to look like a loaf of bread? The way he describes it, like chocolate, like a loaf of bread, chocolate baguette, something. The way I'm imagining it, it don't look like no like cakes. Like,
That's a special rum cake right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tammy, I can't miss that show.
that's bum cake, not rum cake.
Oh God.
My butt wanted to pour once and forgot to leave the lid down. Out of everybody, how did I know Stingray would come up with something like that? So, bunt cake. Tammy, no worries. We'll find you South Texas Canine Search and Rescue. Well, you all, everybody's on a roll tonight. I can't wait I got to find somebody. Tomorrow, whoever's listening to the audio, contact me. PM me.
Whoever's still allowed on these platforms.
Yes. I gotta figure all your reaction out on this. I mean, because this has got to be wild.
We might have
It is.
assume other identities in next week for a new show because we're going to be kicked off of YouTube.
Tammy, have you been listening to our conversations?
Oh.
Do you know Tammy? Sonya, do you know Tammy? You.
I don't know Tammy. Tammy needs to shut up.
So should we?
I don't know who's getting married.
I don't know. Ew.
I should at least
I think
Grizzly face to
Grizzly's
face.
been eating the fruitcake. Yeah, I've always been eating the fruitcake. Join me in the ditch. Yeah, I'll join you in the ditch. All right. So yeah.
One of us.
Join me. Y'all crack me up. Look what Mike's missing. You know, poor guy.
He keeps us in line. I think he does. He keeps us in line. He's like he's a teacher. Like, oh,
you know, this is what Mike be doing. He'll be out of a drink. He'll still drink. I'm like, dude, you done drunk that a half hour ago. Give it up, brother. We're not on TV. We know it's empty. So yeah. So yeah. Yeah. That was wild that Tammy brought that up, though. Sorry, rum cake. I like rum cake. Yeah. But
bum cake was better. That was
bum cake.
But we, you know what we need to do? I need to go back and get that guy's clipping and just get that segment where he talks about it and just do a rap song out of it. I broke it. Broke it. It was so big or something, you know?
I'll have DJ friends. Like, I'm not kidding you. You send that to me, I'll have a friend DJ for us.
That guy's never going to talk again.
Yeah.
He's going to hate us.
Well, then the guy that cried on the show about gifting, I felt so sorry for him about him and his peanut butter jars.
It's the same guy.
Tammy in the ditch. So, yeah.
Right. That was just an honest mistake that somebody wouldn't think. They were just enjoying themselves, and then the connection that they were getting out of this. They didn't have no idea that, you know, these things would come back to the neighbors and be like, "Hey, where's the guy with the peanut butter?"
Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
Is it you? So you better find him and get him back here. We're out of Jiffy.
Where's my egg?
Yeah.
Where's my egg?
Where's my peanut butter?
Crazy Witch, getting ready to hop off here. Hope everyone has a great night, great show. Love
Thank you,
you
Witch.
all. Yeah, love
thank
you too, Crazy Witch.
Love you
Don't
too.
forget, we're going to do that show, Ancient Aliens. So I'm going to hold you to it. Tammy Johnson signed on when she said she's going to get abducted from the Sasquatch in the window. Sign you when she what?
I don't know. Sign you. Sorry.
Maybe she made Sonya when she said, no,
Sonya.
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, sorry,
I'm thinking
Sonya.
everything about myself.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, it was Sonya. Oh, yay.
Stingray's only on here for the Stingray. You always crack me up. There ain't no telling whatever is going to come out of your mouth or what you're going to type. So, but no, I'm speechless again. Got me stuttering. So
Don't
that's
forget
it's all, folks. But yeah,
tomorrow night we got a Mid-Florida Bigfoot research group on it.
yeah, we got that. We got Sonya. We got another Sonya. We've got Barb.
There can be only one. Don't make me go all.
We
You
still
got two
have to
Sonyas
talk.
again?
Because
I go Highlander.
Because I got you booked for shows that I've been trying to tell you about. So, Chris, reach out to Marie and let her know. Yes, 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
she
meant
knows.
to do that. Okay, 5 times a day, and I forgot.
Just send us a link. That's all.
So
Well,
yes, I will send you the link.
it's been
Yes,
eventful afternoon. Eventful.
we
we're
can
at
text
5.
you the info.
Right,
Yes,
right.
we're at 5, and we got ladies and gentlemen, you got to tune in for this one.
That's
I
great.
mean, we got Dogman, we got little dwarfs, not midgets. We're talking dwarfs. We got
Like
little
gnomes?
people,
Gnomes.
Yeah.
gnomes,
Yeah.
portals.
The
We
Fae.
got infrasound. Yes.
No lights.
So
Cool.
yeah.
7
So
dwarves gonna
yeah.
walk by.
The wife doesn't know.
What?
No, we ain't talking. No. I'm so sorry if his wife ever finds out. I mean, can you imagine cleaning out that freezer and be like,
Oh,
"What's
God.
that smell?" I could not.
Yeah.
I could not. I mean, he
Imagine if
had
the
it.
power goes out for long enough.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
do then? Like,
Mhm.
He's got some explaining to do.
Yeah, he does.
like that, and before, if it's what it is, then it would be great for something to happen for it, so in case it does happen. I mean, we've got
Be a
these rolling
fly on the
blackouts
wall in
now.
that conversation just to hear how he had to explain what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh
Well,
my
see,
God.
honey.
Uh,
Not
All
a
right,
Bigfoot
ladies and
turd.
gentlemen,
Smells like a
from
teenage
coast to
dog.
coast and around the world, from us to you, I love you guys. Tune in tomorrow. We have plenty of shows. Y'all have a good night.
Have a good
It's
night.
great.
Bye.
good night,
And stay out.
everyone.
And stay out of the ditch. Take care.
Too late.
No
Too late.
problem.
Bye.
It's a grizzly.
Should we get out of here?
No, we're gonna watch and listen.
Action.
It's a grizzly.
Oh, shit, should we run?
No.
Action.
It's a grizzly.
Oh, should we run?
Okay. It's a grizzly.
Are you sure it's not a chipmunk? Action. Get out of here! Action.
It's a grizzly.
I'm out of here!
Huh. Maybe it is a chipmunk. It's a grizzly.
Are we gonna die?
I don't know. We're just going to sit here and listen and watch.
Let's get out of here, maybe.
Fall!